Hey, what's going on, everybody? Andrue2 here, out with another video. Today we're going to be discussing Path of Exile 2. It's just a showcase of a build that I've been playing. Path of Exile 2 came out on December 6th of 2024. It's been out for almost 6 weeks. 2 weeks from now, from this date, it'll be a 2-month release. And man, I can just say that I've been having so much fun with it. Obviously, there's a lot of changes that have been happening with this game compared to Path of Exile 1, but I just kind of wanted to showcase this video. There's been a lot of builds around this, but this was kind of my own little flavor to it. This is just kind of demonstrating the power that it has, and I've got this here, which is going to be a tier 15 map. And then after this, we're going to take a look at all the Trial of Sekhema boss fights, as well as 3 of the Trial Ultimatum boss fights as well. So without further ado, let's jump right into it and just take a look. And I'll kind of explain what it's about. So we're going to be using Corpsewade, which is the pair of boots that creates these gas clouds. Now, obviously, there's other ways you can produce these gas clouds via having minions with you or other things like that, but this build mainly revolves around throwing like poison potions, I guess, just to sort of give you an idea as to like what we're doing. The nice thing about this, though, as you can see looking at my mana bar over there, there's no mana going down, so the attack doesn't use any mana potions. The only key caveat is going to be you're going to be using mana or flask charges of your mana flask. So it's really important that you get a mana flask that regenerates, as well as possibly getting Alchemist Boon. I think Alchemist Boon is a necessity for this build. But you can clearly see, like, I'm running around, I'm doing all these things, and I'm sort of just letting the enemies come to me. And that's the whole point. It made this build feel really nice once I got the Corpsewade boots. Everything just kind of fit in very nicely. Considering I could, lob the poison potions from afar, the poison does a whole bunch of damage to them, but even if they do catch up to me, every step I take causes the Corpsewade to trigger. So this, you can see I'm like running in circles, running at the back end of it, just letting all the corpses die and letting the poison sort of do its thing. And I've got this sped up 1.5 times, so it might be a little fast, but I didn't want it to be a super long video, and for that reason, I've decided to speed it up a little bit here. So, as you can clearly see, I'm just like, every pack that I get in contact with, I lob some potions at them, and everything dies. And this is tier 15. So you can definitely do more juiced maps if you're interested, but one of the modifiers I had to this was monster movement speed, monster cast speed, and monster attack speed was increased by about 40%, which is pretty significant. So you can see here, I'm just like walking left and right, not even attacking. I'm just letting the poison kind of do all the damage, and it's actually very cool. I got really excited when that happened, when I figured out what it was really doing, and it really kind of propelled me much further in regards to clear speed. Even like some bosses, if there's ads nearby and the bosses run in contact, it does a crap load of damage. So obviously this is Savannah. It's a very big open map. So, and this is me showing, monster movement speed, cast speed, attack speed, all extremely high. Looking for that last ritual, and I think I find it up here. Yep. So I blow up those dudes there, get a nice gas cloud going, and then I start the ritual. That way there's something there to start attacking the enemies when I start the ritual. I don't have to worry about throwing the poison concoctions at them. I just worry about doing that. And obviously, garbage gear from ritual. What do you expect? Sometimes there's lots of really good things you can get from it, but I wasn't very lucky. Got a lot of crap. Didn't purchase anything because I didn't feel like anything was worth it. So, and that's the end of the tier 15, and now we'll go into the Trial of Sekhema. So this is the first boss, Trial of Sekhema. Very easy. But I start off with Vine Arrow. Vine Arrow into Despair. And if you can, use Eye of Winter that has Withered on it. So that's the first boss. Pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory. You can see my DPS is pretty good, 57k. Obviously, there's much better out there, but this does the job. This is the second boss, the Terracotta Sentinels. And that's my boons. The most interesting one is the 50% increased damage for me and my minions. I don't have any minions with this build, but it really, really helps in the long run. So I wait for them to start. They hop down. I throw down a Vine Arrow, throw down Despair, and then just start going to town. You can see they got deleted very, very quickly. That's usually the case for bosses with this build. I'm more crit-centric, so when I do get a crit, it does a considerable amount of damage. This is the Scorpion, the third boss. Same thing, Despair, Vine Arrow, and you can see clearly didn't even last a few seconds there. And this is the final boss, Zorok. And I switched to these boots, and let me show you here. So the whole reason why I switched to these boots afterwards, or starting this fight, is because Corpsewade isn't necessary for this fight. The only thing that I really, really need is the movement speed. There's a phase, and you'll see it later, where he actually freezes everything down. He goes invulnerable and starts like another phase, and you have to collect these little baubles around the area. And if you don't collect all of them in the given time, then he just one-shots you, and that's just the mechanic. So I got these boots and I keep them in my inventory, and I just throw them on anytime that I'm doing like a boss encounter. So you can clearly see that, you know, the movement speed is much faster, and that's the whole point. And you'll see how close I get to messing it up when I get to that phase. But this is very basic. You do the exact same thing. Start off with Vine Arrow, throw into Despair. If you can do an Eye of Winter, Eye of Winter there would have been really good. It gives increased critical strike chance, plus it gives more chaos damage taken, and that's basically what we're doing with this build, is just running through the chaos. Now you can see my health dip. My health is dropping, my energy shield is dropping, and that's because I have a talent that makes it so that whenever I cast a chaos spell, I lose 3% of my health and my energy shield. This is the phase I was telling you about, and the nice thing about this phase is you can just stay like this for the remainder of the period, right? I'm looking down here. We're looking at my flask charges, because I've only got 14 flask charges, and every attack of Poison Concoction uses 3 mana flask charges. So I want to try to get somewhere up to like 50, 52, 53, 54, and then I should be good to go, because that's, you know, at least a decent amount. That's like 20 throws or so, which is quite a bit. So you can see here, this is the mechanic. 5, and then the last one's 6. So if I didn't have the boots equipped, I probably would not have gotten that. And that's the whole reason to have the boots, is to do it. So you just stand in this corner when he does his phase. It's very easy. And just wait here until everything is cleared off your screen. Don't go in and try and grab loot, because there have been people that have died going over there. So I just give it a few more seconds, let it wait, and then you go into the portal room. What's also very interesting is I got 2 really nice drops from this. I got Divine, and I got the Grand Spectrum Emerald. And you can see that I've got 2 of the gold keys, and that's very important. You got to have at least 1. I recommend at least having 1 when you go into this room. And the reason for that is because you'll walk here, and then you'll see the gold spectrum cache right here off to the right. It's up that direction. The gold spectrum cache will always contain this jewel, which is the Grand Spectrum. Gives 2% increased spirit per equipped Grand Spectrum. So you can have like 3 Grand Spectrums, and your spirit is increased by 6%, which is quite large. So, yeah. So now what I'm doing is I've looted that, and I'm just going around trying to find the best gold cache. Possibly a time loss cache would be really nice. But I don't find it at all, and so I opt in for a royal cache instead. And then silver, I run around and I just use silver on anything that I can find it on. The best being royal first, which are jewels. Second one being arcanist, which is like orbs and currency and stuff like that. And then the third one being, it's in between Hoarder or Mysterious. And the only reason why I say that is because Hoarder is gold. But I've also gotten some uniques from it. And then also Mysterious is actually kind of nice. I actually ended up getting a div from see right there. From a bronze Mysterious. And it was my last key. So I'm kind of excited that I used it on that, because that was nice to get a divine there. So that's the emerald, 2% increased spirit per socketed Grand Spectrum, which is really nice. So not that bad. I'm not exactly too sure what it sells for, but it's just cool to have. So that was the Trials of Sekhema. This is the first boss of Ultimatum. And you can see just how insanely fast that clear speed is, right? No reaction time from the enemy at all. This is the second boss fight. This is actually the order that I prefer when I'm doing Ultimatum. The bosses come in randomly, but this is I really do prefer these. So see, and then that hit there, the last hit that I did, it was a crit, so it caused like a chunk of his HP to just go away. So this is the third and final before the Trial Master. Now, I didn't have the fragments in this run, but the Trial Master is just as easy as any of these guys. It just takes a little bit more time because he's got a little bit more HP. But this is kind of showcasing you like what negatives I took, what affixes, I guess you could call them, I took. Volatile Fiends I really do not enjoy, but the other two that were the choices, I didn't enjoy either of those as well. And since this is the very last one, I was okay with getting this one because there's only one volatile that I'm ever going to see. So the next one is Grasping Vines, which is very easy. We kill everything very quickly. Buffs expire. We don't really have any buffs, and you shouldn't be getting hit, so the debuffs shouldn't matter at all on that front. Bleeding and Poison, again, shouldn't impact you because you shouldn't be getting hit. This build kind of revolves around not getting hit, so there's that. blood globules. This one was the best option I had out of the three. I wouldn't normally take something like this, but it's easy to dodge. You can either keep moving, or when it appears above your head, you stop for about a second and then you roll, and it'll drop where you were. So it's pretty easy to avoid that. All resistances, I think this is bugged because it doesn't give the monsters chaos resistance. So it's just fire, cold, lightning resistance, which is really nice in our case because we do nothing but chaos damage. So rare monsters, additional modifiers. This one's really good to have. Gives you more loot, better loot. Shocking turrets. You can have either the shocking turrets or the flame turrets. Either one is very easy to avoid. They shoot out in like periodically, and it's the same direction every single time. And then this one, obviously don't want to have something like this, but this was the best option out of the three that I had, so I ended up going with that one. And then again, volatile fiends. So normally I usually try to get all the affixes that affect monsters that don't affect me. If they affect monsters, that is a much better situation for me because I don't have to worry about like my resistances being lower or my evasion or not having enough recovery. And there's a lot of issues that come with, you know, not having a good amount of recovery for, say, energy shield or mana or something. So this is my personal favorite third boss. And the only reason why I say this is because it's he's very easy to kill. He doesn't do too many like threatening mechanics. So start off with a vine arrow and then lead into despair. And then just shoot your load. And then that's it. So. And that was the orb, as you just saw that explode there, so. But yeah, this has been, like, I've been having a boatload of fun with this game. I've been playing this ever since it came out, and I'm just really, really enjoying it. Right now, I'm currently making a Spark Stormweaver build, but I always end up going to this character from time to time just because it was one of the first ones that I created, and yeah, it's just I find it's a very good build. So, unfortunately, like I said, unfortunately, we didn't have the Trial Master in there, but I'll have another video later on with the Trial Master, hopefully kind of explaining what the fight is, what to do in that. So, hope you guys enjoyed watching it. Sorry I have been AFK for almost 5 months, but I just started my last year of school, so hopefully that will get finished soon. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe if you enjoy the channel and the videos. I'm going to do my very best to try to put out more videos in the future. But yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it, and we'll see you guys in the next one.